All right, everybody, welcome to Gen Booms.
Yeah, Gen Booms.
Welcome back. I'm Connor.
I am Robert.
Exactly, and we today have another Billie Eilish album. We've done two. We did her album right up here, I think, above me. We got it's over there.
Over there.
That makes sense, in the middle. So yeah, we did that album, her most recent, which hit me hard and soft. Still my favorite album. And then we did her first one, which was like an EP when she was real young. So we are technically doing chronological. We're doing When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? Which is the,
cool.
I think more where the first one she was big, but this one's like she became like just international star already. And it has like Bad Guy, which you know that one.
I know that one, yeah, because we were talking just right before we started recording that I don't really know her early stuff that well. Yeah. Well, I didn't even really know this album that well, other than like, the hits,
True, yeah.
So... yeah, like this one I know, Bad Guy. I think I heard, isn't this the one that has like Bury a Friend on it?
Yeah, Bury a Friend was really popular.
I heard it, 2 or 3 times when it came out, but I don't really know much about it.
It was like also When the Party's Over. Like a couple of these you might recognize when you hear.
I don't recognize the title on that one. The only ones I recognize the title are Bad Guy and the Bury a Friend.
Yeah, those are pretty big.
Okay.
Yeah, for me, I've actually never heard the full album either, so a lot of it will be new for me. I've heard Bad Guy, You Should See Me in a Crown, All the Good Girls Go to Hell, When the Party's Over, and Bury a Friend. So 5 songs. The others, I know some of these seem pretty big just based off the stream, so maybe I've heard some of them. But as far as I know, I've only heard 5. And it says 14, it's really 13 because one of them's like an interlude, so about 13 songs.
Oh, okay. Cool, because I really, really enjoyed the stuff we did before, particularly this album. I thought that was just great.
Yeah, it's a crazy sort of like now we're going chronological. You could really see the change.
Yeah, like, very different from the earliest stuff to this, and just really impressed with her as a songwriter and just a beautiful voice and a very unique style. And especially from a young age.
Yeah, exactly. That's what's really, because even though some of her early stuff I'm not always a fan of, I can always respect. Like she had her own style out the gate. Like she didn't sound like anybody else.
And style, like fashion-wise too, like not just style, like musically, like she did what she wanted. It seemed like, like she dressed how she wanted and the baggy clothes, whatever, and it all just worked for her. Like she's, and she just seems so likable, and and I don't know, seems kind of down to earth. And I think in about a week or so, her new movie's coming out, and we're gonna go check that out.
So, in theaters, concert,
the concert 3D movie. So. Looking forward to I'm looking forward to learning more and hearing more of her stuff. So let's jump
so we'll get started here. The first one is just a whole bunch of exclamation marks. And then this is 13 seconds, so we'll just lead it into Bad Guy, which we've heard, so we'll just see if we pick up something new.
Okay, cool.
Here we go.
My Invisalign has...
I have taken out my Invisalign.
Taken out my Invisalign, and this is the album.
Very young. Yeah, you get this. He's very young.
White shirt, now red, my bloody nose sleeping. You're on your tippy toes creeping around like no one knows. Think you're so criminal. What I want when I'm wanting to, my soul so cynical. So you're a tough guy, like you really rough guy. Just can't get enough guy, just always so puff guy. I'm the bad guy. Duh. I'm the bad guy.
It's a very unique sound.
It's so cool, yeah. I just like it.
My mommy likes to sing along with me, but she won't sing this song if she reads all the lyrics. She'll pity the men I know. So you're a tough guy, like you really rough guy. Just can't get enough guy, just always so puff guy. I'm the bad guy. Duh.
I actually completely forgot about that.
Yeah, it's so different.
It's such a,
I like when you're alone. I'm a bad guy. I'm a bad guy.
Yeah, music is really cool, really interesting, and
it's,
unique, and just different from anything else that was on the radio. That's for sure.
Exactly, yeah. Because this is still obviously very early for her, so it's like it just. When I go back and listen to it, I'm like, yeah, her stuff back then it's just so like bizarre.
Yeah, there's like some bizarre stuff. I mean, musically and everything, and I didn't really notice so much was on the radio because I didn't wasn't doing a deep dive or listening that close back then. But it's like that her like voice is overdubbed, so it's like 2 or 3 of her on a lot of those lines. Singing most of the lines quite often. Actually, it's multiple of her that I didn't really notice that part. So that was pretty cool. Also, just like you said, so far back and so she was pretty young, and like some of the stuff was like pretty blatantly sexual, like really crazy kind of stuff.
In a way, yeah.
In a way, right? I mean, that was seduce your dad type, and
I am confused by this. I don't even know if this is accurate because it says I'm the bad type, make your mom a sad type, make your girlfriend mad tight.
Yeah, I always thought it was make your girlfriend mad type.
Yeah, because it's always been type and then tight.
So unless it's just wrong, but yeah,
you guys can let us know whether you just think that's wrong or you have something But Spotify here is telling us the lyric is make your girlfriend mad tight, which I don't even know how that exactly makes sense, to be quite honest with you.
I thought maybe it's some modern lingo, and I just didn't know it. I don't know, man.
I only know one way of making someone tight in this context, and it doesn't make any sense.
I was wondering when it was going by, and I was I thought it was type. And it kept repeating it. It's like, I guess that must be actually. I thought first one must have been a typo, and then like, no, apparently that is the lyric. So interesting.
I mean, maybe Spotify got it wrong. I don't know. As far as the concept is pretty obvious, and the
I was just really, I don't know, it's clever, like like the whole duh part, and like it's funny, like that's such a weird like lyric, just duh, and it is like it's so catchy, and like now like everybody likes to sing along to that part, as a matter of fact, in a way, like it's just very clever, and like her brother is, I guess, was a producer and all that, as we talked about before, and he's just. So clever with his stuff, his part of it, the arrangements and stuff that he does. And I don't know exactly what he did and does or did, and where I'm sure, because she obviously has input as a songwriter. So
I'd imagine.
But how much was
creative input? I'd assume more 50-50. I'd imagine maybe at this point she knows more, but I'd imagine at this point when she's younger, he's the only one that really knows what to do, like producing it on the computer, where she's just more like has ideas. I know that I saw in an interview, I think it was Bad Guy, where Finneas was saying they were in Australia, and it was like a crosswalk.
Oh, was that for this song?
I think it was, and they were like, it was the noise from a crosswalk that they used for Bad Guy, I think, which is, that's.
But even said, like, if she heard something, she's like, we gotta, like, she liked that sound or whatever. She like, we can do something with that sound. We gotta put that in a song. And he's like, okay, and then they recorded it. And so trippy stuff.
Creative.
So cool.
Yeah, we'll move on to Xanny.
Okay.
I have not heard this one, I'm pretty sure. Here we go. One more time about that, Jen. One more time.
What is it about them? I must be missing something. They just keep doing nothing. Too intoxicated to be scared. Bring ashtrays to the table, and that's about the only thing they share. I'm in the second-hand smoke, still just drinking canned coke. I don't need a xanny to feel better. Waking up at sundown, they're late to every party. Nobody's ever sorry. Too inebriated now to dance. Morning as they come down, nights are hurting. Blame circumstance. I'm in the second-hand smoke. Still just drinking canned
Man, this
Coke.
must be wild in the car.
I don't need
Bass.
a xanny to feel better. On the sick night it drives some. Don't give me a xanny now or ever. Please don't try to kiss me on the sidewalk on your cigarette break. Silver light. What is it about them? I must be missing something. They just keep doing nothing. Too intoxicated to be scared.
Very odd outro going on.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Oh.
Smack the shit out that mic. All right, man.
Wow. That's funny. When you hit the mic, I actually thought it was part of the
part
song.
of it,
Because
yeah. It
there was
sounds
parts
like
of
the bass.
yeah. So it like totally fit. Like, all right.
That was an interesting idea. The bass would like it's what you like. I would imagine like when you're singing in the car with the bass so heavy, it feels like your voice is shaking. That's basically what it is.
Yeah, that was really interesting. Like, it was a very simple song, like musically. Like, it was the first, verse was like just bass.
Shit, like that.
You're full of surprises now.
Oh, no, this is a great episode we got, man. I just want to give an example.
Well, you nailed it. Yeah, bass like that. Exactly.
Yeah, the bass is cool.
Yeah, it was just heavy, like just initially like just heard on bass, just, kind of vibrating throughout it, and interesting. Like, she's so softly spoken, and there's a jazziness to the whole thing, and I remember thinking this when I first heard some of her songs years ago when she was on the radio, and I first didn't get it in the sense that I like Bad Guy and stuff, but I remember just thinking like a lot of her stuff sounds so quiet, and just so.
Oh yeah,
Not simple, but just
the
like
way she sings.
like this song, and just like it's just so quiet and almost spoken in some parts, and I was like surprised because the music was so on the radio, like pop music was just so like pop music, like it's happening, it's loud and it's popping, right? And her stuff was like so opposite. I'm like, wow, I'm kind of surprised this is popular. As she's just getting more and more famous, and more popular all the time, when it was, her style quite often was like so opposite of everything that was popular. Maybe that's why she got popular. She really stood out,
Yeah, her voice being so unique, and then her style is like, I think you can hear it throughout her entire career, even especially in the recent ones. It sounds like she's like right up on the mic because you can hear her like breathing. It's a very breathy singing, which is like. Since then, like she came out and it was like now a lot of typically guys will try too, but it's easier with girls. A lot of them will try and copy and do this breathy singing because it's like styled after her. So it's very interesting.
I guess there have been breathy singers in the past, maybe way in the past for the most part, but not quite like her.
She's definitely, at least these days, is definitely the face of it. I'd say. For sure.
Yeah. So when Xanny came on, I was thinking. Is it going to be Xanax? Like, because I'm not familiar with the term Xanny. That's
oh, really? Yeah, it is.
But yeah, exactly. Because I don't need a Xanny. It's like, to feel better. Like, clearly, okay, Xanax.
I was somewhat interested because it seems like, she's talking about like other people who take Xannies or drink or smoke. And she's like, I don't need a Xanny to feel better. Which is because she's almost talking about them, like they're late to every party, too inebriated not a dance, almost sort of dissing them in a sense. Like, you don't need that. But then she keeps repeating, like, what is it about them? I must be missing something. I don't know. It's an interesting song. It feels very teenagery. Like
Yeah.
she's looking at these people and just being like,
Like,
what is it
so are
about
these the
it?
cool kids, the popular kids,
Yeah.
or just friends? But yeah, it just seemed like more like the popular kids or whatever. Like what? Yeah, what is it about them? I don't know. I thought there was one part in the middle where it was just like it was like something in the background where it was just like, what's your Uber rating or something?
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
like,
that?
well, that was a weird thing to throw in there.
Yeah.
Just I mean, you can barely hear it. It's just in the background, like the people talking. Can you check your Uber rating? Like, well, that's an unusual one to put in there. Anyway, yeah, it was an interesting, song. It was pretty cool, and like the like we talked about, like
The end was
the
bizarre.
bass and everything, and then the end was got kind of super
bizarre,
kind of weird,
yeah.
where it just kind of like faded out in a way, but it
Yeah.
still had kind of a loud, bass vibe going. So yeah, cool.
Mhm. Yeah, we'll move on to You Should See Me in a Crown. I do know this one. Pretty cool.
Sounds like I don't know. The title sounds familiar, but I'm not sure.
You might get it. Yeah, here we go. Oh, in the video, by the way, she has a spider like coming out of her mouth.
Oh, that's weird. I just saw like
There's
a
a
spider,
spider, yeah.
little teeny clip on the side here.
Bide my time. Cold in my kingdom size. Fell for these ocean eyes.
I like that callback.
You should see me in a crowd.
What happened?
Okay,
No
yeah.
one, there's nothing to help. Watch me make 'em bow one by one. One by. You should see me in a crowd. Your silence is my favorite sound. Count my cards, watch them fall. Blood on a marble
And I really love
wall.
their bass on this song.
I like the way they all scream. Tell me which one is worse, living or dying first. Sleeping inside a hearse. I don't dream. I'm okay. I'm not your baby. If you think I'm pretty, you should see me in the crowd. I'm gonna run, there's nothing to help. Watch me make 'em bow one by one.
Oh, yeah. No idea what they're saying.
I'm gonna run, there's nothing to help. Watch me make 'em bow one by one.
That was a really
Yeah.
cool song. I gotta say.
Yeah,
Like,
I do really like the bass on that
Yeah,
one.
it's really
cool.
so unique, and yeah, I had heard them before a couple times. I hadn't really ever paid attention to the lyrics,
Yeah, I mean, they're not like super complex or nothing.
But yeah, the callback for the Ocean Eyes was,
Yeah, that
a
was
nice
cool.
little thing. That was cool. Yeah, just I mean, I hadn't really looked at the lyrics at all until just now. So I was like, oh, that's really interesting. That and just like, where did you come up with that? You should see me in a crown. That silence is my favorite sound. Like I'm gonna make
Yeah.
them all bow. Down.
Yeah.
Like, that just like that's a trippy little thing to be.
Yeah, man,
thinking
that is
about.
like her whole image at this point. I feel like the whole idea of her is like she just is so anti-pop in a sense. Like she is just so anti what the standard, because she just doesn't want, and everything she did, like the music was very different. The way she dressed, she didn't want to be looked at.
Right.
The way she acts, like it's just she's so like with a bit of teen angst in there too. It's like everything she does is like, I think I'm pretty. Nah, I'm not pretty. I'm gonna make you bow.
Yeah.
I don't like that. None of that at all. Nah. Picture me with a spider coming out my mouth. Like it's not. She does everything she can to be like the opposite of what you would want.
Yeah, I mean that's cool that she has that kind of confidence. It's interesting because like you said, like she's doing the exact opposite of everything that's popular, and so her saying like I'm gonna run this nothing town. It's kind of interesting because it's like, well, that's super confident because it's like, what's making you think that? Like, like everybody's going to bow down to me,
Yeah.
And ultimately they kind of did, like, and like people are like, oh, yeah, she's great,
Yeah.
But wild that she, at a young age, a teenager, whatever, she's like 17, 18, whenever she
Yeah,
created this thing.
something
And it's
like
just
that,
like,
yeah.
damn, like, you know, but just, yeah, really cool, really, you know, lyrically and everything. And then again, Finneas, whatever, killing on that production, because it's so unique. It's
yeah, I
just
like that one a lot.
very cool.
I was like, on Bad Guy, it was weird because with Bad Guy, when I first heard it, I was a pretty big fan. And then I don't know, either just as I got older or as I heard it more, I just sort of like, I don't visit that one much anymore. I just like, I don't know. It's just all right. The bass to me just was like, I don't know. But in this one, that You Should See Me in a Crown, like I never get tired of the way the bass works, like the mixing with the voice.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, very cool song. I like that a lot.
Yep. Next we got All the Good Girls Go to Hell. So another one that I've heard. Maybe you'll hear it.
Okay, I don't recognize the title. Let's go.
Here we go.
My Lucifer is lonely.
I love doing that with her voice.
Trippy.
Standing there, killing time. Can't commit to anything but a crime. Leaders on vacation, an open invitation. Hills burn in California. My turn to ignore ya. Don't say I didn't warn ya. All the good girls go to hell, 'cause even God herself has enemies, and she'll want the devil on her team. My Lucifer is lonely. Look at you, needing me.
Had you heard this?
You know I'm not your friend without some greenery. Walking wearing feathers. Peter should know better. Hills burn in California. My turn to ignore ya. Don't say I didn't warn ya. All the good girls go to hell, 'cause even God herself has enemies, and once the water starts to rise, my Lucifer is lonely. There's nothing left to say. My God is gonna own me. There's nothing left to say now.
I cannot do this, snowflake.
Having a lot of fun today.
All right. That's kind of funny, trippy. Interesting also, like, you know, there's parts where she's like whispering, like, it's like she's whispering in your ear because she's in this ear, then she's in this ear, and they kept going back and forth.
Yeah.
I couldn't even really tell exactly what she was saying, but it's just like she's just kind of talking and whispering and stuff. I was like, oh, it's kind of trippy. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, they do a lot of cool stuff with their voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always really liked this song. I thought it was actually really good.
I like there's some really good lines in there. Like even early on, I thought like the pearly gates look more like a picket fence. And once you get inside, you got friends, but you can't invite them. I thought that was kind of cool because like you might get in, but you know,
yeah, that's a good way of saying it.
Maybe not. You know.
Yeah, it was. This one was pretty controversial when it came out for obvious reasons, because. One of the main things I remember, I used to watch like pastors react to this song just to see what they thought.
Oh,
and like half of them were like not happy at all, and the other half were like understanding, being like, "Oh, this music," and she's trying to explain something. But you know, when you say stuff like God herself,
right,
that alone ruffled a lot of feathers. Being like, God is a woman, essentially.
Yeah, well, I mean, right.
As an entity, like it doesn't, you know, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I'm sure some people would get upset about that.
So they got upset about that and being like, oh, good girls go to hell. And then saying she'll want the devil on her team. So every lyric in here pretty much was like, you know.
Yeah.
Which again goes with the thing, like she just never does what you would want or expect in terms of the industry for like pop.
No, it was really interesting, and like the my Lucifer is lonely.
That
started and repeats it in such a like a weird, you know.
Yeah, it's really odd.
Weird, you know, thing on her voice though. It was pretty trippy.
Yeah, it's like she sounds like devilish, but she's talking about the devil too. So it's interesting.
All right. And I don't know if Peter is just was it a boyfriend or a friend or just somebody or just a character she made up, you know?
Oh, I thought that was from the Bible.
Oh, you mean like I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
Yeah, Peter from the Bible. I just assumed. I'm not entirely know how it.
Yeah, like Saint Peter watches the pearly gates. He lets you in.
Oh, that's what it is.
I didn't think about that. No,
Walking
you're
wearing
right.
fetters. Peter should know better.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess that's because there was another part early on about Peter that was and the very up at the top. Yeah, at the top there was something about.
Peter's on vacation.
Peter's on vacation, an open invitation.
Yeah.
So that's when he then pearly gates. Oh, okay, so. Maybe like more people can just get in or whatever.
Yeah.
But I didn't get that connection at all. It makes sense now. That Saint Peter.
It's an interesting song. It's very like it's almost made to be like what?
It's deeper than I think than it looked just like on first glance, so to speak. You know.
I think she has a reason why she's like playing devil's advocate. Mm-hmm. I'm not entirely sure what her purpose is, like why she chose to do that.
Yeah, I might have to, look at the lyrics more and hear it another time or two. But whatever. I mean, it's an intriguing song, and it kind of makes you think. It's like, well, what is she going for there, or whatever. Mm-hmm. But it's clever. I liked it a lot.
Yeah,
very cool.
Yeah, I agree. It's cool. Now we're on to "Wish You Were Gay."
Okay.
I don't think I've heard that one, but it's a lot of streams. So here we go.
Cool.
Baby, I don't feel so good. 6 words you never understood. I'll never let you go. 5 words you never say. I laugh alone like nothing's wrong. 4 days has never felt so long. I just wanna make you feel okay. But all you do is look the other way. I can tell you how much I wish I didn't want to stay. Our conversations all in blue, 11 haze. 10 fingers tearing out my hair. 9 times you never made it there. I ate alone at 7, you were 6 minutes away.
That's cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell you how much I wish I didn't want to stay. I just kinda wish you were gay. To spare my pride, to give your lack of interest an explanation. Don't say I'm not your type. Stand another day. I just wanna make you feel okay. But all you do is look the other way. I can't tell you how much I wish I didn't want to stay. I just kinda wish you were gay. I just kinda wish you were gay.
Well, the little sound effects are pretty cool on that, like and then the laughing and stuff, and really cool, like clever. I thought with the writing and the idea of the numbers and you're counting things down.
Yeah, that number scheme was cool. I like that.
Very cool, very clever. I like that.
Doing that a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, in so many different ways.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then going from 12.
Yeah,
12
step
11,
just for you. Yeah.
10, 9. And I assume because you went 9 and here she just 7. I never made it there. I just assume that's 8. But I don't know.
Well, I ate alone.
Oh, my bad.
That's 7.
Yeah, that's
I ate alone. Yeah, there's a lot of clever stuff in there. Initially, I was thinking like when she's like, "Kind of wish you were gay." I was thinking maybe it was she's singing like to a girl, and
Yeah,
wishes she was
liked me
gay.
back, yeah.
Yeah, liked your back. But then I was like, oh, it could also be taken the other way, which is like she likes this guy, and if he was gay, then she wouldn't feel bad. Like she wouldn't feel like, oh, he doesn't like me. Oh, yeah, because he's gay.
Yeah.
I think it's probably more that, but
I took it as that, along with also how she says like how I can't tell you how much I wish I didn't want to stay. So she's saying like I want to stay because I've heard people say this before. They're like, man, I just wish like you were basically like if you were gay, I can't even be into you because you don't even like me at all. So I can't because now I look at you and I think there's a chance.
yeah,
But
right,
if I look at
yeah.
you, there's not a chance I can't be into you. So it's
Right,
like,
yeah.
if you were just gay, I can just leave you alone.
Yeah, then it's cool. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, like that.
exactly. And one other part later on, she even did kind of say something about like, you know, then it would kind of make more sense.
It was
As
further
yeah,
down.
just don't say I'm not your type. Just say I'm not your preferred sexual orientation. It's like, all right.
That would shut me down for good. Yeah.
Okay. You don't like females at all. Boop, okay. You know?
Yeah,
Well, that's not me. It's not. So whatever. But yeah, clever lyrics. I really, really liked it. That was really interesting. And of course, musically, you know, it's always interesting. So cool.
So now we got When the Party's Over. This one's massive. This is the biggest, I think.
Oh, really?
After Bad Guy. Second biggest.
Oh, okay.
We'll see if you recognize this one.
Okay. Yeah.
Let me double check that.
When it starts playing, I will check it.
When it starts, you know what? I'm going to leave it a few more seconds.
Okay.
I never noticed that like helicopter sound in the background.
Oh.
Don't you know I'm no good for you? But nothing ever stops you leaving. Quiet when I'm coming home and I'm on my own. I could lie, say I like it like that, like it like that. I could lie, say I like it like that, like it like that. Call me friend, but keep me closer. And I'll call you when the party's over. Quiet when I'm coming home and I'm on my own. Yeah, I could lie, say I like it like that, like it like that. But nothing is better sometimes. Once we've both said our goodbyes, let's just let it go. Let me let you go. I could lie, say I like it like that, like it like that. I could lie, say I like it like that, like it like that.
Wow.
That was really good.
That was
I
really
liked
cool.
that.
Yeah, I like that. I like it a lot. I wasn't. No, I hadn't heard that one.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow, yeah. That was big.
Was it? Oh, was it on, like on the radio and stuff? Like,
I don't know. It was really popular. I remember seeing it on YouTube a lot because the video was really cool. You could sort of see it in the corner here. The video has like this black liquid coming out of her eyes and eventually like her mouth and I think her nose. And it's just like the video was so cool and it was just like people were like, whoa. But maybe we'll react to that at some point too.
okay, yeah, sounds
But,
cool.
Yeah, it's a very pretty song. Like I think we've talked about before, she almost has two modes where like she'll have like this almost more darker, angstier songs, and then these like soft, very pretty.
Yeah,
songs.
yeah, a lot of soft, pretty stuff. Yeah, it was very pretty, although, you know, I think more, well, not exactly sad, but, you know, there's something
Yeah, it's pretty
melancholy. I
melancholic,
mean, yeah,
yeah, it's
melancholy.
pretty sad.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's
A lot of lyrics are quite sad.
relationship, you know, falling apart and, you know,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I could lie and say I like it like that.
Yeah, that's interesting that she chose that as like almost like the chorus. Mm-hmm. And she also she sings it super uniquely, like very soft and high pitched. Yeah, I like that line. Quiet when I'm coming home and I'm on my own, and I could say I like it like that, but it's like really I don't. I'm just alone.
Yeah, and it doesn't. At the very end, it's more solid. I mean, where she says it again, and then she says like, I could lie and say I like it like that, but nothing is better sometimes. Mm-hmm. Once we both said our goodbyes, just let it go. Let's just let it.
Yeah, yeah. It's like she knows like it's good. Like we need to be alone, but it still hurts and it sucks.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. So very cool song. I liked it a lot.
Mm-hmm. I like that one a lot.
Yeah, apparently a lot of people did. So
2.4 billion.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, great. Now we'll move on to 8, which is the 8th track.
Okay.
All right.
Just literal then.
I know, right? There you go.
Wait a minute.
All right.
Let me finish. I know you don't care, but can you listen? So I think I better go. I never really know how to please you. You're looking at me like I'm see-through. You said don't treat me badly, but you said it so sadly. So I did the best I could, not thinking you would have left me gladly. So I think I better go. I guess I'm gonna go. I just never know how you feel. Do you even feel anything?
Yeah, abrupt, interesting ending on that. I like how the music just kind of cut out. Do you even feel anything? I like that. Interesting at the beginning, first minute where she's got like little kind of like the baby voice, little girl voice or whatever. That's kind of this. I was like, oh, the whole song gonna be that way, but it wasn't like annoying. Maybe it could have been, but no, it's pretty cool. I thought it was an interesting way to start it and pulled you. I'm not sure why she called 8 other than it's just the 8th song. But,
I'd imagine. I mean, you can tell she's so young throughout all of it with all the little funny ad-libs and stuff.
Yeah, some
I'd
cool
imagine maybe she just made the song. She's like, we're gone at 8. I don't got a name.
Because one part was even I was counting up because the da 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 da.
Oh, like maybe that was 8.
Nope, it's only 7.
Yeah.
God dang it.
I don't think there is.
No, particularly. If there was, I certainly didn't see what the 8 was.
Yeah, seemed like it was. Sort of an unrequited love type of thing.
Yeah, that's what I was definitely getting out of it, and but that hurts. That basically you feel invisible. I think that's what. The way the song is.
Even though she's, the music of it is very Jack Johnson-y. Just
in some respect.
Casper must be in this house. I mean, I don't know what's going on.
Well, actually, that's kind of the line I was just talking about. Though you're looking at me like I'm see-through. Like, I know.
Wow. Speaking of ghosts.
So there you go. I thought that's got to, a lot of people, definitely felt that way in relationships that I never really know how to please you, and you're looking at me like I'm see-through. Mm-hmm. Very cool song.
Not much
interesting.
There,
it was a cool little song. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We'll move on to My Strange Addiction.
All righty.
Here we go.
No, Billy, I haven't done that dance since my wife died.
These intros are bizarre, man.
There's a whole crowd of people out there who need to learn how to do the scarn.
Don't ask questions you don't wanna know. Bad news. One of us is gonna lose. I'm the powder, you're the fuse. Just add some friction. You are my strange addiction. You are my strange addiction. My doctors can't explain my symptoms or my pain, but you are my strange addiction. Deadly fever, please don't ever break. Be my reliever, 'cause I don't self-medicate. And it burns like a gin and I like it. Put your lips on my skin and you might ignite it. Hurts but I know how to hide it. Kinda like it. Bad news. One of us is gonna lose. I'm the powder, you're the fuse. Just add some friction. Wipe my glass, set myself on fire. Can't you tell I'm crass? Can't you tell I'm wired? Tell me nothing lasts, like I don't know. You could kiss my ass, skin about my motto.
You should enter it in festivals
Or carnivals.
You are my strange addiction. You are my strange addiction. My doctors can't explain my symptoms or my pain, but you are my strange addiction.
Did you like it? Did you like that?
Which part?
Do you know what they're talking about there?
No, I was
I
like,
have no idea.
that. I mean, it's like from a movie or talking about a movie.
It
or,
sounded like it.
But
yeah.
you know, and so many references kept going back to it. And I was. I mean, hey, you let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
I guess because and you know, and I'm a big movie buff too. So I was like, is this a movie or TV show? Because I wasn't getting the reference.
No, yeah, and it sort of sounds because then at the end she responds. Or at least it sounds like Billy saying, "On which part?"
Yeah.
So it sounded like she's talking.
I wasn't sure if it was
Somebody-
her voice or not.
Somebody
to be honest,
that she
though.
knows is what I got. But
Yeah, interesting because it keeps coming back because the rest of it is, you know, more like, you know, I'm addicted to you. And, you know,
yeah,
and-
fairly normal.
and fairly, straightforward. But I was kind of thrown off a bit by the, you know, the talk about the movies and stuff in the background and the Michael Scarn. I don't know that
Yeah, I don't.
person.
I don't know.
Because it said Scarn earlier too. Like,
Yeah.
because I was like, what the hell's a Scarn? And then it's like, oh, you know, because we need to learn how to do the Scarn. It was one of the lines. And then later on, it's like Michael Scarn. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I don't know at all what that one is about.
So I wasn't totally clear. I mean, yeah, because the other parts were, you know, pretty straightforward. Like, yeah, I mean, you know, addicted to this person.
The song
And,
itself, yeah.
just add some friction and all that. That's cool. It was interesting, yeah, as always, and you know, and musically, and there are so many things, you know, little things going on. But yeah, I just didn't really get the movie reference part of it. So,
I did not either. Yeah, I don't know what exactly.
anyway,
Yeah, we gave a push into Bury a Friend, another massive one that.
yeah, I do remember hearing this a few times. Not as much as like Bad Guy, but I know I have heard it.
Okay.
And I didn't really know what it was about. I mean, I title Bury a Friend, but I didn't like. It's a weird
Murderer.
title, and yeah, like you murdered a friend or whatever.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, you
and
know.
I hadn't really listened to it enough when it was out so long ago. So interesting to actually, I'm interested, to actually see what the lyrics are. To be honest, because I never really heard it that much.
Yeah, here we go.
Okay.
Billy.
What do you want from me? Why don't you run from me? What are you wondering? What do you know?
Come here.
Say it, spit it out. What is it exactly? Your pain is the amount cleaning you out. Am I satisfactory? Today I'm thinking about the things that are deadly. The way I'm drinking you down, like I wanna drown, like I wanna end me. Step on the glass, staple your tongue. Bury a friend, try to wake up. Cannibal class, killing the sun. don't you run from me? What are you wondering? What do you know? Why aren't you scared of me? Why do you care for me? When we all fall asleep, where do we go? But we knew right from the start that you'd fall apart, cause I'm too expensive. You talk would be something that shouldn't be said out loud. Honestly, I thought that I would be dead by now. Calling security, keeping my head held down. Bury the hatchet or bury your friend right now. The debt I owe, gotta sell my soul, cause I can't say no, no, I can't say no. Step on the glass, staple your tongue. Bury a friend, try to wake up. Cannibal class, killing the sun. Bury a friend, I wanna end me. I wanna end me. What do you want from me? Why don't you run from me? What are you wondering? What do you know? Why aren't you scared of me? Why do you care for me? When we all fall asleep, where do we go?
That's a cool song. And that's the title of the album, right? That when we all fall asleep, where do we go?
Yeah, exactly. I think that one is the more of the idea of the album, or at least this song. But well, what did you get from it?
To be honest, I mean, I'm a little confused because like I said, I hadn't really paid that much attention to lyrics when I heard it years ago, and so I was like, is she singing about like murdering a friend or something? But now it's looking at the lyrics and stuff, and it's when she kept talking about I want to end me, like I want to end myself, like
True, yeah.
Then it's like, is she singing to somebody, bury a friend, like she wants to die, like I want to kill myself.
Yeah.
You're my friend, bury me. Like, is it, so I don't know. I was getting different, but then you got to talk cannibal class, killing the son. I mean, cannibal, like Cannibal Lecter, so that's definitely, murder, like a serial killer. Killing the son, I wasn't sure if that's a reference to any particular movie or something. Killing Jesus, I don't know what the killing the son. What that reference was in particular. So I didn't get some of the references, and so I wasn't totally sure about what the song is exactly. Is who's the friend? Is she the friend? Is she killing a friend? Is it? I don't know. It's a cool song. Like
it's another one.
Maybe because it's open to interpretation and it's and it's cool. Like it pulls you in. That that it's just the way she sings it. That what do you want from me? Why won't you run from me? Like why don't you? And all that.
Yeah, that part's pretty catchy too.
Yeah. Why aren't you scared of me? Why do you care for me? Like it's just.
Yeah, I haven't really revisited it in a while, so I think at the time I don't know if there was I don't know if she actually said what the reason was for her. I had always gotten just from the fact that she named the album When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? I figured all right, let me focus on that.
Right. Yeah.
So the way that it reads to me is because it was in the music video, she's in a bed, almost like a dream, and then she the music video. We might watch that one too. It's pretty cool. That one was popular.
Oh, okay.
And she's in a bed, and then it starts off with the guy sounding like Billy, and then she becomes demonic basically.
Oh really?
And gets out to bed like a Exorcist, and does some weird crawls and stuff. But it's I took it as she's saying, when we all fall asleep, where do we go? And is saying all these weird, bizarre things that I sort of associate, you associate with a nightmare of being just the most negative and terrible things. And I don't know if she's trying to be singing here, why aren't you scared of me? Why do you care for me? I don't know if she's supposed to be singing as some type of devilish person. But it's almost like all these terrible things, or bury a friend, and all these examples of terrible things. She's then it's she wakes up and is I want to end me. That's what I always took it as, of just being when we all fall asleep, where do we go? And the whole album is very angsty and negative and dark, and it's just all the bad of what happens when you fall asleep put into a song, and that's basically it. That's just what I got from it.
Okay. Yeah, it could be, because I was taking it more as a friend, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever kind of a thing. Because because it's somebody that, you know, cares for her, at least in her mind, you know, because why aren't you scared of me? Why do you care for me? So I was wondering about that part of it. Like, you know, is it about a relationship with somebody? But yeah, I mean, it can be interpreted different ways, I think. And yeah,
it's a bizarre one.
It's a bizarre one. It's trippy. And so, you know, so like, okay, great. I finally got to like really look at the lyrics. Still don't know what it's about.
Yeah,
you know?
no, that's not gonna happen.
Not 100% anyway. So I'm sure, you know, people probably do know or have their thoughts, and you know, let us know. And forgive me if I'm wildly off, because I'm old and I have no idea. But whatever the case, cool song though. Really, you know, really unique. Really liked it.
Next, we'll move on to it's ilomilo. So I don't know if it's like ilomilo or ilomilo, any of that.
Okay.
I don't know. So we'll get into that one. Here we go.
All right.
Told you not to worry, but maybe that's a lie. Remember not to get too close to stars. They're never gonna give you love like ours. Where did you go? I should know, but it's cold and I don't wanna be lonely. So show me the way home. I can't lose another life. The friends I've had to bury, they keep me up at night. Said I couldn't love someone, 'cause I might break. If you're gonna die, not by mistake. So where did you go? I should know, but it's cold and I don't wanna be lonely. So tell me you come home. The day I met you, I just wanted to protect you, but now I'll never get to. Don't wanna be lonely, was hoping you'd come home. I don't care if it's a lie.
Kind of a cool little sound, that thing, especially at the end when it was just by itself. You know, like
A little, I don't know, piano-ish melody.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit of an ominous sound, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. Like at the end, it sounded kind of like a lullaby. You know, like you play for kids kind of a thing. But the rest of the song and the lyrically particularly,
The sound itself, I think sounds like a lullaby. But with the lyrics and the way that it's like written, is sort of like, what's going on here?
It's trippy because it's like a lullaby playing, in, you know, basically like, you know, in the background. It's kind of the melody is, but then but it's a lot more darker, you know, in some respects, but like loving somebody, but also, you know, not sure about that whole relationship, and basically like, hey, I don't, just lie to me even if it's not true.
Yeah, but I don't know. You had more to say?
No, go ahead.
I'm not entirely sure what I'm supposed to make of this song, especially when I don't actually know what the title is either. So it's like I don't know what to focus on.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. You know, ilomilo or whatever. I was actually like, is it an acronym? It was like,
does she say? Yeah,
you did it too.
I didn't see anything.
And then I was like, well, this kind of also follows the last song, you know, because
she mentions it.
The friends I've had to bury was like, okay,
up at night.
So it's like a callback, but it's right after the last song, you know. So, yeah, interesting. You know, I just wasn't totally sure what to make of it.
Because a lot of these lyrics don't even like I don't know what it means. So I was like, because it said I couldn't love someone because I might break. Actually, even further back, even that callback, the friends I've had to bury, they keep me up at night. Mm-hmm. The only way I could possibly take that is if I'm going with my analogy here, like the nightmares keep me up at night.
Right.
But besides that, I don't know exactly how else that works. And then said I couldn't love someone because I might break. if you're gonna die, not by mistake. I don't know what that means. And then, so where did you go? Like all of it, I'm just like, I do not know.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, I was kind of thinking maybe the friends I've had to bury, and they keep me up at night. As the word, like, the friends you had in the past that you buried them
in your heart.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you just whatever, metaphorically, whatever it is, like you had to put them away because for whatever reason they were bringing you down, whatever it was. So friends, boyfriends, girlfriend, whatever it was, kind of, so she's thinking of those people, the friends that she had to get rid of or whatever, because they're they're keeping her up at night, making her think, or for whatever it is. So maybe something like that, because then it got into, said I couldn't love someone because I might break. So if you're
like, I wouldn't be able to handle it.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Then the next one I don't get at all.
Oh, where? Oh,
if you're gonna die not by mistake.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. That makes much sense there in terms of what we got to go off of. And then saying, so where did you go? Don't know.
Yeah, because then but then the person just left. So
then from there it's more manageable. I don't want to be lonely. Tell me when you come home, even if it's just a lie, like all that. Like, okay, I got that. But I don't know entirely what the point of it is. It feels a little ominous, so I feel like there's a point. But,
well, I thought maybe like so you're gonna die not by mistake, like in my heart, like you're gonna die, you're gonna leave me, like kind of a thing.
Maybe maybe
so not by mistake, like something just happened and it we fell apart, but like you just purposely left me or something. So that's another boyfriend, for instance, and that's why you're burying another friend. Like it's. It's the best I can come up with. I don't know.
That's good. I think that makes sense.
Interesting song, though. It makes you think.
Yeah. It's a confusing one. So you all let us know what you guys think.
And what is that song title?
Yeah, that's true. What does it mean?
Probably means something. We're just not aware of it. So.
And we will move on now. So Listen Before I Go.
All right.
Take me to the rooftop. I wanna see the world when I stop breathing, turning blue. If you need me, wanna see me, better hurry, 'cause I'm leaving soon. Sorry can't save me now. Sorry, there's no way out. Sorry, but down, down. Taste me, the salty tears on my cheek. That's what a year-long headache does to you. Need me, wanna see me, you better hurry, I'm leaving soon. Sorry can't save me now. Sorry. Sorry, there's no way out. Sorry, but down, down. Call my friends and tell them that I love them. Call my friends and tell them that I love them, and I'll miss them. Sorry.
Well, that was weird. Sound like a song of suicide.
Yeah.
I mean, especially with the ending and the the sirens and stuff coming, and also just starting like "Take Me to the Rooftop."
Yeah, and it's called "Listen Before I Go."
Yeah, before I go, right, and then "Take Me to the Rooftop." I want to see the world when I stop breathing. So it's like that's.
Turning Blue. Little did she know she would make a reference to a song on a future album.
Oh, really?
Blue on Hit Me Hard and Soft.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
but it's also calls back to the love and stuff, and
yeah.
So it's, I don't know, was it just heartbroken or what it is?
It almost sounds not a good thing, but it almost sounds like the feeling you might get after a breakup where you're like, I am so negatively down, or in this case, I might want to kill myself. And I need you. If you love me, you need to hurry and help before I do that, because this is about to be over. That's sort of what it sounds like. Because at first it says, "Leave me like you do, but if you need me, want to see me, better hurry."
Yeah, right.
And it's like not a sorry, can't help me. It's like
Yeah.
I need you to really be there for me right now.
Yeah, I mean, really interesting song, but man, yeah,
That one's really,
really
ominous, I guess.
Right? Yeah, exactly. That taste me the salty tears on my cheek. I'm like, oh, that's a really, wow, because you can imagine somebody loved her or whatever, or kissing her cheeks or whatever, but
because you can't.
But then all you're getting are these salty tears, and it's just like, oh wow, it's a good imagery on it, kind of trippy when he did, they did that, like that's what a year-long headache does to you, and it's like right when the headache was like boom, it was just like this loud like bass, like and did it again later on, I think Deja Vu or something, but trippy song, like it's hard to say exactly what it was. I mean, it seemed more like a love relationship that was kind of falling apart, and then because I just not sure how to deal with it and all that, because there's only one way out, and that's down, and but then clearly at the end is like calling, tell people I love them and say sorry and all that. So wow, it was interesting, but pretty heavy. But,
that's quite a sad one.
Yeah.
And especially because I had heard the rain when it started. I was like, oh, that's interesting that it's like rain and cloudy. And then at the end, it's very, I think helps to make it more alone. Like you just hear like the rest of the world with the rain and cars and like a siren. Like it's still all constantly moving, and then it just stops. So it does a good job of making it feel very alone.
Yeah, very, very trippy.
Reminds me of I don't know if you remember, but "Asleep" by the Smiths.
I don't remember the exact chorus or
it's
melody.
A similar concept.
I know I've heard it because I've listened to a lot of the Smiths. But
and it reads like a suicide note because he's like, "Sing me to sleep."
Oh yeah. So I know
in
exactly.
the morning I won't wake and things like that.
Right.
It's a very soft one.
It's a beautiful song.
It's a beautiful song. It reminds me of that.
But it is right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Agreed.
So very pretty song, but
for being such a melancholic song, it is pretty.
Toughest one on the album, I'm betting, even with the last two. I'm assuming.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. That was pretty heavy.
Yeah. I don't know what else to say about that one. I guess we'll move on. Go to "I Love You" with 1.3 billion streams. This one's pretty big, actually. So
okay.
See if I've heard it.
It's not true. Tell me I've been lied to. What the hell did I do? Never been the type didn't mean to make you cry. Maybe won't you take it back? Say you were trying to make me laugh, and nothing has to change today. You didn't mean to say I love you. The smile that you gave me, even when you felt like dying. We fall apart as it gets dark. I'm in your arms in Central Park. There's nothing you could do or say. I can't escape the way I love you.
That was a very pretty song. I like it.
Yeah, very pretty. Yeah, really nice. Yeah, I mean, at first I was thinking, so it's like unrequited love on the other way, like that she was singing like to the guy, like he had said I love you, and she was like, well, you know, because there's lines about like, you know, take it back,
Take it
you know,
back,
like,
yeah.
oh, you know, like nothing has to change today. You didn't mean to say I love you, like,
Yeah.
you just let's go
Yeah.
back. But then later on, it's like she's saying, but I do love you. And
Yeah.
like, but at the same time, I don't want to.
Yeah,
Like, because you know, also, you know, especially if you have been hurt before, or whatever, you're scared. Like, you know, God, I don't want to fall in love. So, but a couple times she was saying like, I didn't mean to make you cry, you know. So, because it seemed like he said I love you, or he or she, whatever, and then her thing was like she, you know, whatever, like, oh, no, you know, whatever it was, like, take it back, you know. So I think it was more about just that, just like, you know, maybe something came out wrong and did actually kind of make the other person cry. But then ultimately she's admitting, no, but, you know, I do love you. I don't want to.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty common defense
Yeah.
for sure for people who are like scared of commitment.
Yeah.
They laugh it off or act like they don't
Mhm.
want that love. I agree. That's totally what it sounds like. It sounds, and then, you know, the smile that you gave me, even when you felt like dying. So it's not like, yeah, like she reacted wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Fall apart as it gets dark. So yeah, it sounds like she's sort of, you know, reflecting on that and realizing.
Yeah, yeah, and some of the earlier songs, I mean, there were some lyrics about that, about, you know, being hurt and, you know, losing love or whatever, and so, yeah, it would make sense that, you know, if once you've been burned, once you've been hurt, you know, it makes you
hard
like,
to-
a little more skittish, you know. That,
Yeah, you're not as receptive, especially
yeah.
being how young she is. You're
Right,
really
and
not.
it's so, yeah, like, you know, you want love, of course you want to be loved, but at the same time, you're like, I don't want to be hurt, I don't.
Yeah, it's not healthy. But, it's
Yeah,
understandable.
Understandable, yeah, very pretty song, yeah.
I loved it. Yeah, I thought it was really good. I see why that one's really popular, honestly.
Yeah, that is, yeah, it's really, really nice. I like that a lot.
It was almost like I was almost gonna fall asleep, but like in a good way. Like, like it was very
Yeah, because it's so
peaceful.
mellow. It's like a nice little vibe, and it's just so kind of easy listening, and in a good way, you know.
Yeah, I don't know how. Yeah, it's like it makes you think of negative things in a way. Like it's a melancholic song, but it's like peaceful at the same time.
Yeah, no, it's very well done. Great stuff.
And now the last one is Goodbye. So see
Okay.
how that one is.
So it's just callbacks to most all
Like
their
all the
songs. It's
songs,
like
yeah.
just like an epilogue, like in a musical kind of a thing. Like you piece everything back together. There's parts of a musical where you kind of put the hits, so to speak, but together. So yeah, it's definitely bringing back all the
Yeah, I don't quite remember these three. Please don't leave me be. It's not true. Like I feel like it was, but I don't remember.
But I can also just be picking up from the last song of like she's starting to
Yeah.
fall in love with him, and
Yeah,
it's
for
like,
sure.
Don't leave me, and
Yeah.
it's not true. Kind of going back to the other stuff, but then
Take
Take
Me
Me to the Rooftop was a definitely like callback.
Yeah, the Suicide song, unfortunate.
Yeah,
And then, What Do You Want From Me?
yeah,
Because that was
What
the
do you
Bury a
want from
Friend.
me? Yeah, right,
No Good For You.
right.
What was that one? Was that one? I got the
All the girls go
Good Girls
to
Go to
Hell,
Hell,
bars.
obviously.
Yeah,
And that continued by My Tongue By My Time was from that, I'm pretty sure. And What Is It About Them from the Xanny song.
right.
Bad Guy.
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah, so it was a bunch of them. It did sort of feel like it fit together. Like it's
Yeah,
I feel like there's a purpose.
right. And I think it can be taken different ways. So Goodbye, it's the last song of the album. There's, Goodbye, that it kind of fit in with the other stuff of like, Take Me to the Rooftop. And
Yeah,
and
it's a
I'm,
bit
I'm the
suicidal.
bad guy. And so, yeah, it fits in with the other stuff.
Yeah, struggling. Yeah,
So,
that's sort of what I took it as.
yeah, I think
It
it
sounds like she's like struggling, realizing a bunch of different things, and just figuring out her way through the world as everybody is,
right.
and just being like, I'm not great. I've been hurt. I'm also hurting people. I just, tired of it all.
Could be, but it could also be, like Take Me to the Rooftop, told you not to worry, like it's in the sense of it's going to end, like, or like she's going to break up with him, so she'll be the bad guy. But but that sense it could be a goodbye will be not suicide, just it's going to be goodbye.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a bad guy. I'm going to break your heart. So it could be goodbye that way. So yeah, I think it's going to be, it's open to interpretation. It can be taken different ways. And it's kind of clever how she did mix in, the lyrics of the other songs. So
Yeah, very cool.
yeah,
So yeah, overall, there's the album.
liked it. I mean, it's
I really like those last few songs too. I thought they were really cool.
right. Like I had never heard those, definitely, and clever how it really makes you think, and it's open to interpretation, and how mixing things in and callbacks, and then of course just musically all along. But those were like some of the simplest songs, but they really kind of pull you in, especially that I Love You song.
Yeah, those were nice. I feel like those were cool because like the rest of the album is very sort of, the music at least sort of upbeat, and it's like sort of bizarre. You're just constantly like, oh, okay, what the hell? And then it's like the last few songs really pull you in again, just to be like, all right, now let's settle down and focus on some of the meaning that you may have missed.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it, I think. It's interesting how it can be, upbeat and melancholic at the same time, quite throughout. And not just like, like The Weeknd. Lyrics are like melancholic, but
he's
musically
still singing.
very pop. This, it's like, it's interesting in that sometimes it's
music.
even the music is upbeat and melancholic at the same time, which is hard to pull off. Not on every song, but there are elements of that where he's like, well, that's really interesting,
Yeah, and her voice is most of the time melancholic in a sense, like it's a slower.
It's like introspective and
Yeah.
like a thinking,
and it's
kind of a
opposite most of the time to the music.
Yeah, quite often. Yeah. So, yeah, it really just makes you think, and it definitely pulls you in and makes you, especially when it's like she sings it so softly sometimes, where it's kind of like just makes you want to stop and you're like, what is she saying? Like it's so intimate in a way,
Yeah, that's why I think she was really good at. I mean, just natural talent, and then her working with Finneas and all that. The way the songs came out and the album. Like we said before, like it really does pull you in, just where like even if you're not a fan of the music, I think that's part of why she became so popular, was it was just so interesting. Even if you didn't like it, it would just be like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
Whether it was like a weird song like Bad Guy with the weird noises, or the softer songs that pull you in, like there's just something that is just undeniably interesting I think is why she blew up, and people were just like, "This is a just interesting person."
Definitely, I think so. I mean, yeah, music is so interesting, and we said before, like she's so lucky, and I mean, she's a brilliant artist, but she's so lucky still that Finneas was her brother.
I mean, that's a crazy duo.
The two together, yeah, just knocked out of the park. So yeah, I don't know. It's just again super impressed with her.
Yeah, for her being 17, 18.
At this point, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, all her stuff is just so good and so thought provoking in so many ways. Yeah, and beautiful voice and everything else. So yeah, very cool. Once again, yeah, really loved it.
We've knocked down 3 now. There's only 1 album left.
Oh really? Well, wasn't there another? No, we did an EP.
Mm-mm. Yeah, because there's an EP and 3 albums. Yeah. And we've done 2 albums and an EP, so there's 1 album left.
Well, technically today she dropped her new live album from the concert movie.
I saw there was a teaser. I don't know if she dropped it on Spotify yet. I don't know.
No, it wasn't on Spotify yet. It was only out on vinyl, as a matter of fact. It wasn't even on like CD or anything. It was only vinyl.
But to be fair, that's like
maybe that's going to
concert album, so it's not like anything new.
No, yeah, it's just the live concert album of the the Hit Me Hard and Soft, concert tour. So
although I know she did drop Hit Me Hard and Soft in 2024. So I know with how artists are these days, that doesn't mean she's going to drop an album this year, probably maybe next year, but
right,
at least it's been a couple years. So,
but everybody's going to be waiting for that for dang sure.
Yeah, because she still was massive. I think 84 million monthly listeners, and hasn't dropped music technically in like 2 years. So it's going to be absurdly massive when it comes out.
Oh yeah. Oh, she's phenomenal. Yeah, very cool.
Yeah. So thank you guys for watching the video.
Thank you.
Yeah, you let us know some more info on some of the stuff, because we definitely didn't really know too much. And drop a like if you liked the video. Go watch some of the other ones too. Yeah, Billie videos.
Oh yeah. There's a few others up there, and leave a comment, and please subscribe if you liked it. And and give us a like if you liked it.
Yeah, so if you liked us, then we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, thanks so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.